Yeah, so one of the things that we've been working here at Pacoma Beautiful is the Transformer Climate Communities grants. And I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Cool. Can you see my screen now? Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Transformer Climate Communities, it's a grant for $20 million by the state to do exactly that, clean up the community, just how we did it right here with this plaza right here. This used to be a street, and now it's a community space. This time of the community, every single element here, the community picked like where the trees are at, even the color of the paint, the community picked that. So we're still doing that. It's been very challenging to do that through COVID-19, especially since we have many projects to do. One of them, these are some of the 6 big umbrella projects that we're doing, which includes improvements around pedestrian mobility. We're bringing electric buses, so buying 14 new electric buses, installing more EV charging stations, installing single-family solar panel installations. We had the first installation last week, so it's very exciting. Improvements in the parks and installing planting trees in the community. We're planting 2,000 trees. So far, we've planted, I believe, 500 trees out of those 2,000. But it's been very challenging to do it during COVID-19. And the way we're doing it is by creating a TCC Leadership Council. So the council is made up of neighborhood residents, local owners, local nonprofit organizations, local anchor institutions, community leaders, and local elected officials. So the way it works, and we just launched it, we want to launch it, is community members get elected for 1 year, and they're the ones who represent the community in the council. So they voice out the concerns of the projects or bringing new ideas. So this is how we've been trying to make sure like the community still is engaged in the process, that they have a voice, and we're uplifting their ideas. Another stuff we've been doing aside from TC for engagement is to the youth task force. So the city created a task force that's responsible for producing a report outlining specific steps and funding requirements necessary to implement a youth development strategy that identifies priorities, recommends programming, and most importantly, measures outcomes for success. So we have 2 members in there. It wasn't easy because one of them is an adult member and she didn't know how to use like Zoom. And before, it was a lot easier because they would take into the meeting and they would do public comments. So it was very challenging to get her to be part of this task force because she really didn't know anything how to Zoom or how to log in, how to make comments. And we couldn't really go to her home because it's happening in April. So it took a lot of hours just over the phone, just going over with her. Her name is Sophia, for her to know how to log in into Facebook. But eventually she got it, and she's part of the task force. And recently the city allocated $1 million for this program, for youth programs. And it's one of the results of being part of the task force. And lately, with our Wyman Airport Advisory Commission, we have a campaign to shut down an airport here. And one of our wins recently is we asked to create like an advisory commission, and the county agreed. So they're gonna create it, and we give them names to community members to be part of this commission. So just wanted to share some samples of what has worked for us, and then later on we'll have discussions because I'm really interested in seeing what has worked for you. Because I think that's how we can improve ourselves, just by learning from each other. And that's it. I'll pass over to you, Fatima.